It's always exciting to have my very special guest in for our monthly chit chat, Dr. Shelly Feldman from Prima Pediatrics, located here in Santa Clarita. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you've got some events coming up, and first of all, I mean, I've never heard of this phrase. Can you give me a little bit of a rundown? Developmental delay. I've heard of developmental other things around that developmental term. But what is developmental delay?
Well, developmental delay is actually precisely what it says, and that is in a child under school age whose development is not the same as the other kids their age. In other words, most kids walk on an average of at 12 months. If a child doesn't walk till 18 months, that's a developmental delay. Most kids have their first words at a year and are talking in 2-word sentences at 2 years. A child who doesn't do that has a developmental delay.
And so there can be any number of reasons why this happens.
Right. Now, the term is now being misused to infer any child of any age who is behind in development. Well, sorry folks, a 9-year-old who's functioning at a 5-year level is not developmentally delayed. At that point, they are intellectually disabled. Used to be known as mental retardation.
Intellectually disabled sounds a little less harsh. So
yeah, well, until that becomes a bad word of the past.
Right.
I mean, and it's amazing to see what mental retardation has developed from. For
Right.
example, everybody knows the words imbecile, idiot, moron. Well, those are all considered to be nasty things to say. Hey, somebody, you're stupid. And stupid also goes along with it.
Right.
You're not supposed to say that anymore. Well, the truth is that those 3 terms, idiot, imbecile, and moron, were actually specific designations on the Stanford-Binet IQ scale.
So as we progress forward, we kind of change the tone of the diagnosis so that it kind of matches our sensibilities in today's terms.
Exactly.
Okay. So tell me a little bit. So developmental delay, coming back to that, this is a situation where you can actually help to kind of diagnose what we can do about that with parents and their children.
Exactly. Well, first of all, not all developmental delay means that the child will be, quotes, retarded or intellectually disabled
Right.
at age 9. Some kids have developmental delays because they've had complex medical problems and have spent a lot of time in the hospital. That delays development. Some kids are delayed because they've been in a very bad home situation where they've not been cared for. That delays development. Some kids are developmentally delayed because they have a problem with their legs that needs to be fixed so they're not walking, etc. So there are many reasons to have developmental delay that don't mean they're going to be there forever.
Right. And so
But there are some that do.
And of course, this is why it's important to have your child get regular pediatric checkups and make sure that everything is moving how it's supposed to be going.
Exactly. And it also means that you've got to have your pediatrician listen to what you're saying. Sometimes pediatricians are so busy, they don't hear what the parent is saying. If a parent is concerned about their child's development, sometimes you need to pay more attention.
And be specific and make sure that your physician is really understanding what you're saying and compel them to take a little bit of time to listen to you. I can understand
Exactly.
that. So you're having an event coming up, speaking of developmental delay, where you're going to are we inviting parents in to kind of learn a little bit more about what's going on?
Yes, this is an all-day event that's going to occur at our offices at 18520 Via Princesa. We're right across from Costco. And this is on June 9th, and it's an all-day event. You do have to sign up for it. And you can either go online to www.info@primapediatrics.net, or you can go to Lineagen, which is also the company that is co-sponsoring with us.
Perfect. And so this is something where whether you think that maybe your child may have a developmental delay or you just want to learn more about it, let's say if you are going to thinking about becoming a parent or something, this is a good opportunity to go and get some information.
Exactly. And we're going to have information. We will also have a genetic counselor. The purpose of this is that a lot of children who have diagnosed developmental delays, not that you think may have, but actually who have diagnosed developmental delays and are diagnosed with autism or speech problem and all of that stuff, many of them have actual genetic abnormalities that can be diagnosed and some of which can be treated.
That's very important. Just like anything else, early diagnosis is the way to make those corrections and have the child lead a healthy, normal life.
Exactly.
Or at least putting them in the path to be healthier and normal than maybe what they would be if they didn't have that treatment.
Exactly.
Very important. Dr. Shelly Feldman, Prima Pediatrics, located across the street from Costco on Via Princesa. This is an all-day event, June 9th, the developmental delay. We can call it a seminar, we can call it a symposium, we can call it an event.
It's an event.
And learn more at primapediatrics.net, and we'll probably have that information on our things to do at hometownstation.com as well.
Thank you.
Dr. Feldman, always a pleasure to having you in with me. Thank you so much for stopping by.